We are back at it again today on the hunt for any sales, deals, or clearance items we might be able to find. The deals are still out there, and we found some as well. So come along as we hit up some different locations than our last video and see what we can find. Hey everyone, Steve with SR Fishing, and welcome in for round 2 of our clearance hunting series. Now, if you watched my last video, which I'll post in the comments as well, give it a watch, give it a like if you will, appreciate it. We went to 3 different stores hunting for clearance items. So we're gonna do that again today. Our first stop on the tour today. Now, last time I didn't have very good luck here, so this is a different store, and we're gonna see what we can find at this one. Okay, so this store is doing the same thing with the stickers that if you saw in the last video, where they have the retail price from the manufacturer tag printed on there, and they are covered over either with a new sticker, sharpied over with a new sticker. But here, I'll show you. This is an example of that right there. This was $49.99. Now they mucked it up to $59.99. And then another one, I mentioned it in my last video. This is the Daiwa Samurai spinning combo. Just to recap, I bought this for my son for Christmas at $29.99. You can see how the price sticker in the back is marked over, and then it now has a new tag of $39.99. So I just saw this sign here too, the Daiwa Samurai X2 combos, the spinning combos that I had just talked about, 25% off, regularly $39.99 to $64.99. But we know those weren't originally $39.99. So your 25% off is going to get it back to what they were just a month ago. So not great. But unlike the other store that I went to, this one I'm seeing is not all of them. This is the Lose Mach 2 combo, spinning combo. I believe this has always been $199. Don't quote me on that though. So this one is kind of funny right here though. So this is the Lose American Hero OD spinning combo. On sale for $63.99. You save $16, originally $79.99. And there's our sticker. Now, the funny thing about this is last fall, my father-in-law bought this at $69.99. So now with the price, you save $16. Really, you're only saving $6. All right, so enough of that. We'll jump in and we'll find some sales here. Z-Man regular price chatterbaits. Buy 3, get 3 free. Buy 3, get 3 free of Z-Man chatterbaits. That's not a bad deal, really. Okay, so they have quite a bit of the original chatterbaits. And here on an end cap, they have some of the Evos and the jackhammers. So jackhammers are now up to $22.99. I have the Dobbins Frenzy Rods, $10 off. These are the Dobbins Frenzy Rods. So the Frenzy Rod is a Dick's Sporting Goods exclusive that they partnered with Dobbins to bring them in. Those have always been $79.99, so those prices haven't changed. $10 off is legit. I do love these big crankbaits and jerk baits that they have here. They have Rapala lures, buy 3, get 3 free. That's not bad. Decent overall selection. They actually do have quite a few. The section of Guggen baits. This is all they have for Guggen stuff. The Yum section. I am an affiliate partner with Pradco Outdoors, which is the housing and ownership arm of brands like Yum, War Eagle, Booyah, Heddon. The list goes on. If you are looking for anything of those, use my code SRFish15 at lurenet.com. Use of that code will give you 15% off your order. I appreciate it if you do use it. So we have the Lose Carbon Fire Reels are 25% off. And the Lose Carbon Fire rods are 25% off. Just a Lose Carbon Fire spinning rod. And I don't see any of the bait casters actually, but here is the Lose Carbon Fire rods. Bait casters were down farther. So if you're interested in a quality Lose product, it might be an option for you to come check out. Berkeley cherrywood rods. Now these cherrywood rods, they have priced at $39.99. Cherrywood rod is one of my favorite rods out there. I have my main spinning combo is a medium heavy 7-foot cherrywood rod. Absolutely love it. I recommend these to anybody that's looking for a good budget rod. It performs like a top quality rod. I will say check other sources, particularly a big online retailer, because you probably be able to find them cheaper on there. Now, I will say for this Dick's Sporting Goods, since the last time I was here, I actually have a lot more fishing stuff. I've never seen the rod glove sleeves before. They have these Bass Mafia money bags, and they have the 6 Sense rod sleeves. So that's cool to see some new stuff coming in at least. And of course, we have the wall of mystery tackle boxes. I did a tackle mystery box video a little while back. That was for defense bait and tackle. That was a cool and fun break. Check it out. Check out defensebaitandtackle.com as well for some great items. The Rapala utility boxes are 50% off. I've never actually personally tried one of the Rapala boxes, but they look pretty good, look pretty sturdy. This is the Wrap Stack 3600. It's got the single bar opening, which is what I like myself. Yeah, that doesn't seem like too bad of a deal. So that 3600 was $14.99. So 50% off, $7.50. And they do have some ice fishing stuff remaining as well. They do have some rods on sale. So Mystery Tackle Box has ice fishing kits as well. They have a pro and a regular version. Those are buy one, get one 50% off. Rapala has one as well. Regular price ice lures are 25% off. We also have a rack of tip-ups and safety gear. It is one thing I want to stress: if you are going ice fishing, just make sure you're safe. It just takes one little spot where it's not as solid. So just be careful. A Lunker Hunt hollow body combo. This is interesting. You have your Frenzy Mouse, walking style frog. You have a popping style frog. You have your micro frog. And you also have like the propeller style frog. I've personally never used the Lunker Hunt frogs and mouse or anything like that, but kind of cool to see it all in one combo. So in terms of any clearance stuff, I'm seeing absolutely none. Just the few sale signs that I've pointed out, but that's about it. All right, so I think it's going to do it for our Dick's Sporting Goods run today. Nothing that I see personally to pick up. There's a couple good sales as far as the Rapala buy three get three and the Z-Man buy three get three. The other one that was interesting was the Frenzy Rod, the Dobbins Frenzy Rod being $10 off. I wouldn't mind picking one of those up someday, but it's not something I need right today. So yeah, let's head to our next location. I will see you there. I will say it's a nice day here at least. We have now made it to our second spot and our second stop on our clearance hunting journey. Gotta make sure we check the actual clearance section first. So there's this Proficiency Bumblebee Spin Cast combo here. Sorry, I still don't think that's worth $31. There's these little Shakespeare pre-built tackle bundles. There's some Berkeley worms in it. They have one that looks like it's for bass, one for catfish. Interesting find here. Rapala electric fillet knife. $37.50. It's actually not too bad of a find. Something you don't see in clearance every day. We have this Flambeau tackle box, $6. Looks like it's just got some hooks, some bobbers, split shot. You can dig for your own worms. All right, so now we're heading back to the actual fishing section. We'll check out what's back there. All right, so they have this Daiwa J braid. I've never seen that in the store before. That's kind of cool. See something new. So we have the 13 fishing sink casting combo on clearance for $47.50, was $117. We have the 13 fishing sink X spinning combo for $36.50, was $89. Lose Xfinity bait casting combo on clearance was $80 for $42.50. Losing Xfinity combo has been something I've had my eye on for a couple of years actually, because it's orange, which is my favorite color. These have been $100 for over a year. Now to have them originally say $80, well, they had rolled those back last year to $80 because I think they're 2 or 3 years old now. It's a 2 or 3 year old model. So they changed it back down to 80 last year, and now it's on clearance because they're probably trying to wipe them out to get rid of them. So that is something that's interesting for me for today. Okay, so here you go. So here was the original sale, if you will, where it was $98 down to $79, and now we're going even lower to $42.50. So this is what that looks like, the Lose Xfinity combo. Now this combo is exclusive to Walmart in this particular style. They also have the Xfinity. It looks a little bit different, but this has the Windtrack grips on it. It's kind of got the cool little, I don't know if you call that a camel pattern or what, but I don't know. I think just neat looking setup. So it's a 6'10", medium, heavy, fast. Now this one is a little bit beat up. You can see it's got scratches by the label there, but at least it still has an intact tip on it.
That's what she said.
So in terms of lures and everything, there's not a lot on clearance. Again, at this like I said, this is a different Walmart than I was at last time. Kind of had to save things. The X wraps, the Rapala X wraps, are on clearance, but I'm not seeing any of them on the shelf here. That's about it. None of their reels are on clearance, where Walmarts across the country, you've seen stuff on clearance. So if you watched the last video, I did pick up one of these Shimano SLX 150 reels, bait casting reels, for I think it was $46. And these are regular retail price right now. And we don't have any of the rods. So none of the rods nor the reels are on clearance. And there's only a handful of combos that they have on clearance. Salmon and trout section here. Some dipsy divers. A couple of tackle kits up here. A walleye fishing kit. This pre-rigged bass fishing kit. And this Plano multi-species assorted tackle kit. Hey look, I'm on TV. So nothing here for me today. We're gonna head out and we're gonna check on our third location today. So we do have Valentine's Day coming up in a couple days, and we're gonna get some for my kids. A little chocolate never hurt them. And with Valentine's Day coming up, I got to get something for the wife as well. I'm thinking these ones. All right, so that will do it for Walmart. We're going to head on to our next location, stop number 3, and I'll see you there. We have now made it to our third stop. Any coffee drinkers? There you go. So the first thing we have here is the Abu Garcia Max X spinning combo. We have for $39.99. I'm also seeing a Quantum bait caster. A few things here. I'm gonna keep moseying around, see what we can find. So we have this large Plano waterproof case for $19.99, normally $44.99. And they also have some smaller ones for $12.99, normally $25.99. And if we look down from here, we have Yamamoto soft bait assortment, $4.99. Could be some good stuff in there. Let's dig through it. All right, so first thing we find here is the Cowboy, black and blue. This is kind of like a little creature bait here. And we have some of the jumbo, the fat Senkos. The Yama Senko. Green pumpkin purple. We have some 4-inch Senkos. Smoke with black and purple. Some little speed worms. Speed Senkos. Blue pearl black hologram. Kind of a cool color. Here's some more of those. It's like a plum apple, yep. Cut tail worm. In this fire crawl color. I haven't seen any 5-inch Senkos yet. Just the 5-inch cut tail worms. And then a lot of the 7-inch speed Senkos. And here's what we have on one of the end caps. We have some Buckeye mushroom jigs. These are all finesse style jigs for $1.29. We also have some Dobbins football jigs in a few different colors. A few different sizes too, it looks like. That's a 1 ounce, a 3/8 ounce. And then we also have just a regular swim jig, it looks like. Oh, that's a football jig too, for a 1/2 ounce. We have some big bite bait stuff. We have some of these big bite baits. They're kind of like smaller profile paddle tails here. It's a 2-inch shad, gold shad. I kind of like that color. And some Guggen Recons. So this is interesting. Never seen one of these before. This is a Dobbins spinnerbait. I mean, $3.99 is something cool to see. I've not seen any Dobbins lures in the past. It's like they have another box here of this color. It's kind of like blue and chartreuse color. But they have boxes of them in there. I'm really tempted on these Buckeye lure jigs, these finesse jigs, because these are a 2-pack. There's 2 jigs in there for $1.29. And I really like the Buckeye jigs. I mean, you can't go wrong with them. So I think I might go with one of these packs of the 1/4 ounce black and blue. Then we just found a whole box of rattle traps and other various, looks like Janko. All right, let's stick through that now. So we have this kind of clown color here in a rattle trap. Looks like these are all 1/2 ounce rattle traps. So it's not a huge sale at $5.99, but for just to find rattle traps at Ollie's is pretty cool. So I do kind of like this color to do some salmon fishing off the pier. It's kind of like that fire tiger look almost. We have this salmon color, Janko fishing. So we kind of have this chrome blue with a little bit of chartreuse on the tail. That's kind of neat. It's a nice gold color. All right, so a lot of rattle traps. All right, so one last thing I just found here. And that is the Abu Garcia Vengeance Rod and Reel combo. Now, the funny thing with that is, I posted an Ollie's video not too long ago as well. I had a lot of comments saying I should have got that, and where there's a lot of discussion about left hand versus right hand reel for, you know, if you're a right-handed fisherman, why do you fish with a right-handed reel? They have maybe about 8 of these combos here. They're all left-handed. I also had comments saying I should have picked that up. So now that I have a chance again, Let's think about it again. So I mentioned in that video how I do have one of these vengeance rods, and I absolutely love it. The reel itself just does not feel that great. Here it is again. 5 ball bearings. I think this was 6.2 to 1, if I'm not mistaken. This is a 7-foot medium heavy fast action. All right, guys, I've thought about it, and my thinking is I'm going to pass on it again. All right, so here's what I'm thinking that we're going to be picking up today. We're going to get these 7-inch fat Senkos. We're going to get these 7-inch speed Senkos. We're going to get the 1/4 ounce 2-pack black and blue finesse jig. And then we're also going to get the 1/8 ounce, kind of like a green pumpkin with a purple 1/8 ounce for $129. Yeah, it's cool just to come to Ollie's and actually find something. The last few times I've been here, they've had nothing. So as I was leaving the fishing section, there was an older lady there that was looking at some tents and canopies that were there, and she found one that she liked, and it was pretty heavy. And so I offered to put that in her cart for her, and then we just had a conversation. It was nice. It was just, a way of the Lord introducing new people to my life and just spreading love. So now we are back in the car, and we are going to head to another location after a quick intermission. I have to pick up my son from school. So I will have a travel partner in the next segment. All right, we have made it to our next location, and I have a special guest. There he is. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
How was school today?
Good.
Good? All right. We're going to go in, and let's check out what we have here. That's right. We are now at our second Walmart of the day. So we're first checking out the clearance aisle.
I find that whale.
So yes, he pointed out a reel that I did not see in the clearance section. This little Shakespeare for $19. All right, so here's what we're looking at for reels so far. Not much clearance except for an Abu Garcia Max STX left-hander. So far, not seeing any of the rods on clearance either. Here's one of the Lose Xfinity bait cast combos for $42. We saw at the other Walmart. Now they don't have any in the space here, but it's hiding out over here. This one is new that we didn't see at the other one. This is the Lose Classic Speed Spool. The rollback price of $55.22. Here we have this Plano tackle bag, 3700 Weekender series. For $16, was $40. That's not too bad of a deal there. Nice looking bag, and it has the tackle boxes in it already. And so it had 2 of the 3700 count boxes in there already. Okay, so that one we were just looking at, that bag, was in the wrong spot. It's actually this one here, which is the camo. The one that we were looking at that's on clearance is actually this one. That is the only thing as far as tackle storage I see that it's on clearance at this particular Walmart anyway. They have this little live well net here on clearance. $4.50. Originally was $11. So this Walmart is much like the other one we were at earlier this morning. Not a lot going on anymore. I don't know if they've sold through all their stock, which is what it looks like, or if deals are just done. So yeah, we did find those couple things here that aren't too bad. They do have those 13 fishing combos that we saw earlier at the other store. The 13 sink spinning and the sink casting combo. We have a wood canoe paddle for $13. A bunch of broadheads, quivers. They have these Strike King Pro Elite sunglasses. This is the tan color on clearance. The cement color is not on clearance. So in the other aisle, we went and checked the other aisle. They have a few clearance items, nothing too crazy, but they do have this that's interesting. Lose Xfinity spinning combo. So this is the Lose Xfinity spinning combo. This is the size 10 reel, so it's a little bit smaller. And here's the specs on the rod. It's a 6-foot, medium, light, fast. So that's not a bad option if you're a little panfish rod, crappie rod. All right, so I think it's going to do it for this Walmart. We're going to leave here. We're going to go check out one more location, and we will see you there. All right, we have made it to our last stop, our 5th store today. Let's head inside and see what we can find.
Yeah.
Snowblowers are on sale. The reel section is pretty depleted here. Here's another section with some clearance. Okay, so they do still have the SLX rods on clearance. However, all the ones I've seen so far are spinning rods. I'm looking for a casting rod if I'm going to get one. They still do have quite a selection of clearance rods here. Here is all the salmon steelhead stuff that's still on clearance. They have some scum frogs on clearance, $1 off. And they have this one here too. They do still have the Dipsy Divers on clearance. And here they have a whole rack of the Fenwick Eagles that are on clearance. A combination of both casting and spinning rods here. Here's another thing. This is a Storm Pro canoe kayak cover. Normally $100 for $44.88. I don't know if this was like this on my last trip and I just didn't notice, but the inventory of rods that they have is probably like 70-75% spinning. They have these trolling setups here also with the line counter reels on them. These are on clearance for $74.88. They are normally $109.99. All right, so I think that's going to do it for our Blaine's trip here today. A few things, but nothing that need to absolutely get for today. All right, so there we go. Another successful trip. Not as good as the first round, but probably to be expected. I mean, people are going to go out and buy clearance items when they see them. So, but yeah, we still saw some good stuff. We got a few things ourselves. I wasn't much that I had to pick up today. So I was just looking for something that was awesomely good that couldn't resist. Didn't find that, but hey, there might be something out there for you yet to go after. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. I appreciate it. Make sure to check out my last video, give it a like. And as always, I appreciate if you would like and subscribe, grow my community, grow the word of our Lord and Savior. I appreciate every one of you for all your views, your likes, and your comments. It's great. You all are awesome. So I appreciate you very much. Thanks as always. We will see you in the next adventure. God bless. We'll catch you next time.